what are some of the things that really inspire and motivate you to keep going? Because, it is a heavy is the head that wears the crown. So what kind of keeps your head up?
My people. Seeing the 4 single moms that work for me pay their bills and feed their kids and get new cars, and see the kids that think they can't make it in this business and motivate them to do better. I'll never forget, man, one kid I have working with me, his name's Chris, and one move, he was brand new, right? A bed slate dropped and cut a TV right in half. And he goes, "Are you gonna fire me?" And I'm giving him a ride home after too, mind you.
It's a long car ride.
And long car. He thinks he's gonna get fired, right? I said, "You know what, Chris? We all make mistakes, okay? But my big thing is, don't make the same mistake twice or over and over again. As long as you learn from it, we're good."
Yeah.
And he's one of my best employees now.
Well, yeah, you just invested $1,500 or whatever that TV was. You're like, I'm not firing you yet. I got to get that money back.
No
man.
kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I'm invested now.
Yeah. I just paid for your education. Bet you're not going to do that again.
Yeah, and you know what? He turned out to be a solid employee.
That's fantastic. And that's where grace comes in, is that we all make mistakes. We're all going to. But in those teachable moments when you can be graceful, that makes all the difference in the world. If you have that hammer and axe, or you have that graceful touch, the graceful touch always goes further.
Yeah, and it's a fine line, man. It's a fine line. Shoot, I forget who said it, and it's on the tip of my tongue. That when somebody shows you who they truly are, believe them the first time. I'll remember it after this show, but it's a fine line between that and grace, right?
Yeah.
And you really have to get it from your heart. Do what God's telling you. Do what is right.
Yeah.
And sure, they might fool you again, but then after that, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Because if you keep trying and pushing what the universe is trying to do,
yeah,
it's going to backfire on you tenfold.
Absolutely.
But you give somebody that second chance, and maybe that's all they needed.
Yeah.
And I'm all about giving a hand up, baby, not a hand out.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. You're really you're doing some major things in this industry locally, and then you go out of state as well.
Yeah, all 48, cool. Man. Actually, I have the first international shipment we're doing being delivered to my warehouse in about 15 minutes.
Nice.
So from a freight forwarding company, and so it'll be the first international shipment. We're officially licensed to do military moving now, so we'll be bidding on contracts on Camp Pendleton and all the bases down in San Diego. So that's very exciting.
That is huge, because being so close to these military bases here in Southern California, which is about 45 minutes to an hour, man, that's because a lot of my clients are VA, so that's a phenomenal alignment for you. That's great.
Oh yeah, and those military and government contracts, you bid on them, and then they're assigned that way, and then you also can do a Diddy move in the military, which they could hire me or any other company outside. Then they take the invoice, give it to the military, and they get reimbursed.
That's great.
So we've been doing those for years.
That's great.
And your guys have to have that special card to go on base. And that's another thing. I do background check, drug test my guys. I offer them all health benefits, which I pay half for.
That's huge.
And that's a huge part of taking care of your people. Back to what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's just that bar is raised, and I feel like I raised that bar so high out here that all these guys are trying to catch up now.
Yep.
And I love it.
You're
because it's doing it the right way.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's huge. And you mentioned something before.